If there was a feel-good story in college football last year, it was certainly out of Philadelphia. The Temple Owls went 9-4, went to their first bowl game in a long, long time, had great success last season. They don't want to be a feel-good story. They want to be a program, and Al Golden joins us now. When you look back on last year, and when you look back on really everything you've been able to accomplish to get your program to this point right now where people have expectations on you, what do you think about through all that work, and how has it gotten to this point for you?
Well, it's been exciting to build our own program, and obviously to have the coaches that have been with me, the core group of coaches that have been with me has been pivotal. The kids buying into our culture and our program and our principles has allowed it to happen. So going to your first bowl game in 30 years, the third bowl game in 110 years of college football at Temple is a big moment. Now we want to try to be the type of team that goes to bowl games every year.
When you look back at the work, it must have taken just an immense amount of work because it's never happened at Temple before. But now you have expectations. Your players do, your coaches do. You did have that internally. But now everybody else around the country is going to look at Temple and say, all right, what can happen now? What is it like playing with expectations on your shoulders as opposed to having none on them before?
Well, our expectations, and I'm hoping that the players feel the same way, because that's one of the things that we believe in, is our intrinsic. So for us, although it's the media is a big part of our business, and obviously in football in general, but we don't establish our goals from the outside in. Everything is established from inside out, and hopefully the kids will just stick to the process. And the product will take care of itself. So hopefully we'll just, keep focusing and keep doing what we're doing. And that's one of the things you have to teach 18, 19, and 20-year-old kids. That's not as easy as it sounds.
Would the word balance be a good word to describe Temple? Because it appears that you have a lot of tools offensively and defensively in a league that largely doesn't have that.
Well, I hope. Coming out of the spring, I thought we had more balance on offense. Obviously, we were a very good running attack last year, but not very good in the passing game. I thought we created more balance. I think there was a couple of players that came in for us at mid-year that really helped us, most particularly at wide receiver. I think the move, having Vaughn Charlton go to tight end, gave us another pass catcher at that position. And then I was really pleased. Our defense has been good over the last 3 years, but I was very pleased with our kicking game, because our kicking game hasn't been strong. Of course, you guys have a great kicker at Ohio, but our kicking game came out of the spring much stronger than it has been in terms of just having a guy that can make field goals or a better punting average.
Talk about last season and the growth. I mean, the 9-4 record is fantastic. Coming into that Ohio game, how has this team grown over this first 9 or 10?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Ohio played better than we did. I told Frank that. They executed almost flawlessly in that game. I think the difference between Ohio and us in that game was Ohio played probably their best game of the year, to be quite honest, and executed tremendously in every phase. And they didn't give us a big play on defense, although we ran the ball effectively. They didn't give us a big play. So, again, hat goes off to them. We don't make any excuses, but we learned a lot from that, being in that experience. We went from a team that was irrelevant and could never even picture itself being in that to going down to the final game of the season and having an opportunity to play another kind of a national brand in UCLA, which our kids gained a lot of confidence in. So hopefully they'll glean a lot from those experiences and we'll be able to take the next step this year.
Offense was a lot better last year. You scored 24 or more in all but 2 games. How much better can that unit be this year? Where's the improvement going to be?
I think the offense has a chance to be the most improved of all 3 facets this season. And as I said earlier, I think it has a lot to do with we have 2 very good pass-catching tight ends, and Evan Rodriguez and Alex Jackson. They're move tight ends for us. Our on-the-line tight ends are more Keith Brown and Vaughn Charlton. One's 262, the other's 255. So we have size and speed there. I'm very excited about our receiving core. And it hasn't been a playmaking core over the last 2 years. And I think that's no secret around the league. We've been a run and play action team. But it appears to me going into this season that we'll be able to throw the ball more effectively. I think Chester's had a great spring and an even better summer, so I'm very comfortable with him. And we'll see how the other guys compete with him in training camp. So hopefully that will be the difference in the offense, and I don't have to speak to our running attack or our offensive line.
At this time last year, we said that the last ball game of the season against Temple would have a lot riding on it. It did. Now we look at the schedule. We'll be in Philly on Tuesday night, November the 16th, and that could have a lot riding on it there too.
No, it's good. Frank's done a great job at Ohio, and hopefully it will keep evolving into a rivalry. When we went to MAC, people asked us, who will your rivals be? I said, well, you have to start to either play very good competitive games or beat someone to have a rival. So hopefully Ohio will develop into that for us.
I think that's fair. That 07 game was an odd one to watch, but it was interesting. You guys got that one, and the 08, and then Ohio gets the one in 09, and